Hello, I'm Warrior Sunflower. I'm a mindfulness, meditation, yoga, spiritual chakra, warrior goddess princess. And I just want to talk about today's world and everything that's going on. If you don't mind, I'm going to light some sage for us. Because we are always in the present moment, and we are always outside of our ego mind. Do you feel that? Do you feel the energy? When you put all these positive things in place in your life, nothing but positivity will come your way. So all of this rioting and shutting down targets and being angry serves no purpose. That is our ego mind. It's your ego mind. We have to rise above the ego mind and make sure we stay down in the present moment. Oh, I'm sorry. If I have to think just like you, if I have to believe in this rioting and anger, then you be well. You're doing a great job. You're doing a great job. You don't need me in your circle. It's okay. Do you hear the rhythm? The rhythm of the bell. It should keep you centered. You have to do it every day. You'll be like me, calm. Here, I'm going to send you these videos on the ego and how not to stay in your ego mind, okay? I'll send those right over. What's your email? Wait a minute. Don't you think that by complaining about the groups you're in not speaking about Black Lives Matter, don't you think you're kind of like self-sabotaging? Because really, you can post whatever you want in those places. Why do they have to say something about it? Why do they have to mention it? Let's burn some more sage. Come on, we got this. What kind of energy do you want in your life? What do you want? Let's focus on what we need, what we want. That's why I don't watch the news. I don't watch the news. If we can't do something about it, why stress? Oh, watch your tone. Don't, no. It's too loud. Shh. Present moment, present moment. Oh, you wanted to post in the page? Well, I don't know anything about that. We don't run the schools. Our students run the schools, so it's the students' fault. Y'all, one of the things in my life that has really carried me through is finding these amazing meditation teachers, yoga teachers, mindfulness coaches, and it's really lifted me up in a space where it's gotten me through this phase of my life. But after George Floyd was murdered in broad daylight, something inside me changed. And without getting too much into that, what I realized, one of the top things I needed people to say something. Okay? Even if you didn't know what to say, I need you to say something. And even if it's not a personal friendship or personal connection, where I spend my money, where I spend my time educating myself on whatever thing it is, At this point in my life, I want to know what your thoughts are about Black Lives Matter. And if you're not comfortable talking about it, that's not okay with me. And it's been very disappointing to me in the spiritual community to see the amount or the lack of people coming forward and talking about it. And this is systemic racism, you guys. This is white supremacy. It's a system built within, from childhood, from the history books, from everything, that teaches us that white is better. It teaches all of us that. And it's really shitty, but it is what it is. And now that I even know what systemic racism is, what white supremacy is, I want to spend my time educating people about it, because I think a lot of people are ignorant, like these spiritual people in my life, like even a lot of African American people. I've met lots of ignorant people when it comes to this topic. They don't know. They don't understand it. And if you don't understand it, my question is, why don't you want to understand it? Why don't you want to know how to end something that's so horrible? And before you sit there and try to, I'll say spiritually beat down someone, why don't you put yourself in their shoes? Systemic racism and white supremacy is not about ego. It needs to be stopped. And it's okay to be pissed off. I wanted to do this because sometimes people need to laugh at themselves. Sometimes people need to see something in a different light to catch on to it. And so my hope is that even if it's a couple people, I hope somebody wakes up from this and realizes the pain of silence, the pain of speaking ignorance, the pain of not listening. It's real. And the people in my life who I no longer choose to be around, or they no longer choose to be around me because of this topic, this is in some small way a piece of me mending that. So I'm going to do my part, even for those people who don't want to say anything. They just want to silently watch. I'm hoping that somebody out there, that a few people out there understand, one, it's okay to be uncomfortable. It's okay to be uncomfortable. Systemic racism and white supremacy does not mean that you're a bad person. I have racism. I am racist. I have privileges. I've had to really look at myself smack in the face and realize in the ways that I have been privileged and not even owned up to it. It's okay to be white. It's okay to be who you are. I have so many white people that I literally call family, and I grew up with white people. I love white people. Up until George Floyd, I can honestly say I was more comfortable filled in a room with white people than I was with a room full of black people. Because historically for me, black people didn't like me. Black women didn't like me. And for me, I grew up around white people. I learned how to tone police myself around white people and not roll my eyes too heavy in a staff meeting, or not be so aggressive or be so passionate around white people. I don't hate white people. I love white people. And the reason why I'm doing this is because of the love of the white people that I've lost. It's devastating to this day. It's not as deeply painful as it was 5 months ago when it first happened, but this is not about hating white people. I just want y'all to be a little bit better educated. And I want spiritual people. I want to see more spiritual leaders step up. And not just the Christian leaders, but the spiritual people, the yoga masters, the freaking Reiki masters, all of us spiritual people and beings, we say we're one with this and we're one with that. Well, this is a problem, and it should matter to you. If you call yourself a spiritual person and all of that matters, then this should matter. And telling people, we really shouldn't be angry, and, we really have to do this. Like, I've heard so many spiritual people that I was following, like on YouTube or whatever. I've been following them for years and hearing them excuse all the BS and just say, don't be angry, don't be in your ego self, and don't do this. And it's like, no, wrong, no, because what you're doing is spewing the same ignorance that we've all been taught, and we want to make real change. So we need to stop with the bullshit. I love y'all.